This is where we bring you happenings across the regions. And I am Dorothy Ajimai. We start off today from Tema, where a turtle nesting site identified at the Regional Maritime University is being threatened by plastic waste pollution. The site, if properly conserved, could be a tourist attraction in the Tema metropolis. To protect the turtles, the Royal Canadian Navy crew who are in Ghana and the Canadian High Commissioner to Ghana are supporting the Regional Maritime University to clear the beach. And we have on the line our correspondent Michael Dewodu to update us. Good morning. Kindly tell us what's happening.
Along the
good morning to you, Dorothy. We are coming to you live from Regional Maritime University. The Regional Maritime University is located along the beach of Tema, and so a turtle nestling site have been identified here. But one major thing that is threatening these turtles, which could be of a major tourism site, is the plastic waste.
Right.
And it's
Right, we'll get Michael back on the line to explain to us what the action is about. But before that, the consumption of plastic waste can cost turtles their lives. That's because plastics cause blockage in their intestines and even pierce the internal wall, causing internal bleeding. Perhaps the most distressing fate of all is when the plastic is in the turtle's stomach, intimates the sensation of being full. Turtles then neglect the sick or to seek out for other food sources and ultimately die from starvation. Sadly, it's not only the consumption of plastic that poses a threat to these marine reptiles, but being entangled in plastic debris risks choking to death, losing limbs, and generally injuring them. We try to get Michael back on the line, and he's going to update us. Okay, Michael, if you can hear me, can you tell us, describe the current situation at the site?
Yeah, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Dorothy, like I was saying before we went off, this site, just some few meters away, is the Regional Maritime University, and fortunately, sea turtles have found this place to be very favorable for them to nestle their eggs. But unfortunately, plastic waste is what is being a threat to these sea turtles. And so if you can see in your picture, there's a lot of both plastic, fabric, and other waste that is being a danger to this sea turtles. And so the Canadian High Commissioner herself, together with the Royal Canadian crew on their tour here in Ghana, have decided to come over to this sea site to be able to deal with this particular. Since morning they've been working and clearing the debris and clearing the plastic waste from here, together with the school, university, students from the university. They've been able to clear a number of the plastic waste. What they are doing now is, once the plastic is cleared, they take it to a post where I'll be going now to weigh to have the weight of the debris and also the plastic that is ongoing here at this place. If you had come earlier, you will see the way the whole place is very, very dirty with plastic. But through the effort of the Canadian High Commissioners and the Royal Canadian crew who are here, they've been able to, we want to get closer to some of the crew members and have a conversation with them on this particular project. Good afternoon to you and welcome to GBC News.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are live on GTV. We want to find out what is this project about, making sure that you are clearing the coast of Ghana, especially here we find ourselves where turtles have found this place very, very attractive.
Certainly. Yeah, what we're doing right now is a part of what's called Project Punch. And right now I'm a part of the Royal Canadian Navy. My name is Lieutenant Commander Christopher Heckman. Myself and Lieutenant Commander Amatagi are here with ships, His Majesty's Canadian ship Glace Bay and His Majesty's Canadian ship Moncton. We traveled all the way from Canada to be over here to work with our allies and friends in the Gulf of Guinea region. And we're here to participate with the local students at this university to help protect the environment and to show that we care about making sure that the world in our future will be just as good as the world that we have today right now. We have a responsibility to help keep it clean for us and for our future.
Yeah, what's the level of threat to our ocean with this plastic waste that we are having all over?
Yeah, I would say that I spent a lot of time at sea, many months. Some of the students and I were just talking about that. And it's very sad to see, but there's more than zero waste when we're seeing. It's not that there's waste everywhere, that from my experience, but there's more than nothing. Especially a lot of the waste you see, if you look behind you, for example, you'll see quite a lot of that waste goes through what are called Gulf streams, and it gets brought from other countries. So sometimes a country who is doing a very good job of keeping their country clean is being impacted by other people who may not be taking the responsibility, their environmental responsibilities, as seriously. So it's important for all of us to take responsibility for environment to make sure we are contributing to the global environment.
In terms of sustainability, what is the plan? Because this would be probably a one of something, but what is the sustainability plan to make sure that we don't come back to seeing this particular plastic waste on our beaches?
Yes, so in terms of sustainability, I know that there's some local Ghanaian folks who are contributing to this project that have maintained a persistent presence here on the beach, and they're doing cleanups. They have showed us imagery when we had a briefing earlier today that they have cleaned up this beach, for example, in March, and some even though it was perfectly clean in March, by the summer in June, July timeframe, some garbage should come back again. And so it's very important for us to not just do the cleanup, but to make sure we keep messaging the importance of mitigating, to limiting, to make smaller the number of waste that we're producing so that we don't have to keep coming back. The goal is for us to not keep coming back, but to eliminate the waste at the source as much as possible.
For your time, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, so Dorothy,
a point where it will be weighed and then it will further be...
is that they have to carry all these plastic waste and send to a point where it will be weighed and then it will further be disposed of, because they are saying that they don't want to go and come back to this place. And so that is the situation. These are live pictures from the Tema Regional Maritime University. So this is the level of waste that have been brought all the way from the beach. And you can see in just some few hours, this is what have been brought from the beach.
Michael, a quick one, if you can hear me. I want to find out what measures are the authorities that this situation does not recur.
Sure.
Here in Ghana, who is also being actively involved in this project. Yeah, Dorothy, I'm listening.
What measures you are putting in place to make sure that this situation doesn't occur? That's a very good question. So first of all, for us,
I want to put this to Richmond, who is the project coordinator here in Ghana. We want to find out what measures you are putting in place to make sure that this situation doesn't occur.
That's a very good question. So first of all, for us, we are here to understand what is polluting and who is polluting. When we have these data sets, we can be able to understand the points of intervention. Then we work with the data sets with the municipality, and then the municipality will work on the data points. So then we look at what we can take out or manage in the community. We also share the data points with the Ministry of Environment, the Ghana Statistical Service, and there these data sets are used policy direction for the country. One very important policy direction we're working on for these plastics are the extended producer responsibility regime. And this is where plastic producers and manufacturers will be more responsible for their products. So let's say I buy a bottle of water. The company will be responsible not only for the water that I drink, but also the life cycle of the plastic at the end of the day. And this is one of the ways or the policy directions we are heading to minimize this waste problem that we have in the country.
We are grateful for your time, Rachel. Dorothy, let me show you some debris that have just been brought from the beach. This will shock you. It's just coming from the beach within some few minutes of cleaning up. This is what they have brought out from the beach just located around the Regional Maritime University. So it's a disturbing issue. It's a disturbing issue. They are trying to deal with. Some students are also participating, and we want to find out from them. This is your school. Are you really happy with what you are seeing?
Yeah, I'm very grateful and I'm very happy for what I'm seeing. Because as a student of the Regional Maritime University, we are known that these are shore, and this is a place where we go on board. So as students of this institution, we are supposed to make sure that we make every effort to preserve the place.
Yeah, so what are you going to do to also make sure that you keep this plastic from continuously coming?
Okay, so all we need to do, not only maritime per se, but the governments and also other important stakeholders, we need to encourage the fishermen to make sure that they go according to the open seasons in fishing. You know, there are closed seasons whereby it's supposed to know that most fishes don't come. And since the fishes do not really come, when they go on shore, they don't really get those types of fishes. And also, to fish as well, they are supposed to make key notes of those nets as well, because some fishes are not inhabitable to nets which have the big size. So when that occurs, it makes the small fishes lose their lives and also affect the inhabitants in our water bodies.
We are grateful for your time. Thank you so much for joining us. So, Dorothy, the exercise is ongoing.
Yes.
The plastic waste and other debris that has been retrieved from the seashore, it's been disposed of. These are plastics all coming from the sea and from the beach. And now they are packing for disposal.
Michael, if you can hear me, can you engage the Canadian High Commissioner?
I'm glad we got some stronger.
Yes, they are just done with the cleaning and she's just stepped. I bet now let me.
That's okay.
Chase and see I can find her to engage her briefly. So they are just done with the cleaning and they are just resting. Okay, yeah, the Canadian High Commissioner is here. The Canadian High Commissioner is here. GBC. Oh, okay. Dorothy. Hello?
Yeah, you kindly speak to us.
Yeah, it looks like she's not ready for
that's
an
okay.
interview now.
Thank you.
Make sure that they deal with plastic that will come on our beaches. And so that is the situation. It's our last picture.
What they are doing is to make sure that no plastic, and make sure that they deal with all plastics that will come on our beaches. And so that is the situation. These are live pictures. The Canadian High Commissioner, together with the Royal Canadian Navy, together with students from Regional Maritime University, coming together to deal with ocean pollution by plastic, which is a long age problem affecting our oceans.
Right, Michael, thank you so much. We are grateful for your time. And this, we can say it's in connection with COP15 that was held in November in Canada on biodiversity. And we just spoke with our correspondent, Michael Dewanu, on a turtle nesting site identified at the Regional Maritime University, which has been threatened by plastic waste pollution. And the site, we are told, if properly conserved, could be a tourist attraction in the Tema metropolis. And also we found out that authorities are putting in place measures to address this situation so it does not recur. And they are also saying that they are looking at a policy direction where plastic producers are more responsible for the products they produce.